What's good, everybody? I'm BPC and welcome to Competitive Origins MMA. Well, thank you for tuning in to the first episode of day one for Fight Week, in which I followed Jairzinho Bigi Boy Rozenstruik during his fight week with Ciryl Gane at UFC Vegas 20, and this is day number 2, so you guys are in for a treat. Jan Blachowicz is actually going to make a special appearance on the show, and we actually have another Easter egg as well. This one a little bit more obvious. If you haven't caught the Easter egg in the first one, be sure to rewatch it and see if you can figure out what UFC fighter I was talking about. But in this video, we're gonna have a former light heavyweight champion that also makes an appearance on the show. So keep your eyes peeled and go into the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. So what's going on today, Big?
Right now, it's the first training at the PI for the week, and yeah, we're gonna let everything out a little bit, see how it feels. But just do it in a bit.
Zo, nee, zo. Oh.
Is this your first time at the PI?
Yes, it is.
What do you think about it so far?
It looks good.
Als je hiermee iemand wordt.
Hey, maar dit is wel vet. Today we're gonna do some mobility, hips mobility, and I'm gonna put some little bit fire, get sweat, get loose, and for training at night.
It was actually a pretty cool experience to finally be at the UFC PI. I had always heard them talk about it on TV, and now I got to actually see it firsthand. But while we waited for the UFC to provide us the gloves for Jairzinho to train in, Coach Marcus started to put Jairzinho through some drills, get him warmed up, get the sweat going before he would hand him over to Coach Mike, who could then work on his striking, and then Coach Marcus can get a hold of him again and work on the grappling.
Yeah, we are already on that, and now only thing what we do is get it sharp, get him work out, because we have a travel yesterday, and that makes it a little bit to feel him comfortable, and get him a little bit work out.
Now, Biggie was really appreciative of the fact that the UFC was able to get him some gloves, but it turned out they were training gloves and not the official ones that he would actually use while fighting Ciryl Gane in the octagon, and that's what he was looking for. With Biggie getting ready to start striking with Coach Mike, Isis took the opportunity to start working on her ground game with Coach Marcus. See, Isis is set to make her long-awaited return back to MMA at the Icon 5 card the following week. Now, in the middle of Biggie's training session, I happened to notice the UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Jan Blachowicz, enter our area of the gym. It turns out Jan was actually going to share the mats with Biggie, as he also prepared for his upcoming title defense against the Last Stylebender, Israel Adesanya.
If you don't mind, let me grab one with the champ. Yeah. I was waiting for the moment, but you Thank you, man. Just one more? Oh, yeah. Got it. Good luck next week. Perfect. Thank you. Close a little bit. Yeah. Control her wrist, control the wrist. But she's so small. Exactly. How you want me to? Yes. Control the wrist. Exactly. She's small. I can do, This? Over. Yeah. This one, always. Control here or control here. And the head, back of her head. Yes. Exactly. See? Control again. You see? Control again. It's go inside. Boom. Control. Always inside. Move. Always. Yes. Always. Again. Stop. Stop right there. If you're not able to get inside, you go from here and push against her body. Yes. Okay. Don't let her arm get inside of you. Always. Maybe this can happen at the end of the fight. You don't have the pole. Just hold and keep it to like a watch. How you call the?
It's like a watch.
The watch right there. Clock. The clock. Yes.
Hey, one day, Jairzinho Rozenstruik made his favorite. Crazy. Just think about that. Yes, man. I'm supposed to give this to you, right? Yeah,
Are you gonna use it again when you come back?
No. That's it. Thank you. I have a question. I want to buy the Ciryl fight gloves. Where can I buy this? Not this one. Just the one we're gonna fight with.
Let me ask.
Please. Oh, deze. What is it? No, there wasn't. But I want to buy one, the UFC gloves. Is it possible?
Like the actual UFC
Fight glove, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah. I'll figure it out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't know you wanted. I thought you wanted training gloves. I'll talk to them.
I can't use them to fight, so I want to use
That makes sense to me.
Where we at, Jairzinho?
the Performance Institute from the UFC.
That was the workout.
It was good, it was great, feels good. I meet a lot of people in there, even the light heavyweight champion, Jan Blachowicz. It was nice meeting him, he's a nice guy. He and his team. So it was good.
Was nice to be here. See some fighters. I didn't recognize him because I thought Blachowicz was bigger. But he looks so small. But on television you look always bigger. That's why I like to be on television. Like,
Anybody else you see today?
Jairzinho Rozenstruik, you know him?
I know him.
Oh yeah, I saw that guy also.
I heard he's gonna win this weekend.
He had to win. I thought because I bet on him.
This guy. Rozenstruik.
Yes, okay.
Say my name wrong.
I'm sorry, sir. How do you
Problem,
pronounce
I'm
that?
joking. Jairzinho Rozenstruik.
Losing.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I was joking.
Hey, no, I want to learn. Rozenstruik. What is it?
Strike.
Rozenstruik.
Yeah, Rozenstruik.
Where is it from?
It's a German name. German, Dutch.
Alright, this is the key.
Is the. Thank you.
Rozenstruik.
Thank you. Have a great day, sir.
Show you two guys.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Boom, bam, bang. Is hij? Is die Michael Jackson? Is die boom? En waar gaat die nu neer? Kom weer eens. Oh, hier come. I was laughing. I was like, oh, he's not gonna come.
Nah, but we proud of you, man.
Big can hold you. You're two big guys with you.
You stuck in
And
it
was
one
smart.
time? You stuck
Now
in
you
it
have a
one
roller coaster.
Roller coaster experience. Well, a couple.
Oh, a couple.
A couple, yeah.
Don't do it anymore, man.
You're still doing it.
I have fish. Marcus.
What you want?
I'm gonna eat, let me see. I wanna try the curry chicken, but I'm afraid for my stomach, but I'm still gonna try it.
What can I get started for you?
Curry chicken, please.
Curry?
Yeah.
Now Now, as you noticed in a couple of the interviews, Biggie talks about conditioning. And that's why I thought it was pretty funny when I came across a video of these two fighters that were completely gassed out, and I actually shared it with him, and he ended up sharing it with his team, having a good laugh about the whole situation. Now, I know you're wondering, are we at Whole Foods again? And obviously the answer is yes. Now, the question is how many times are we going to end up at Whole Foods over the course of this fight week? So keep watching, guys. Now, what I thought was really interesting is that Mike and Biggie are constantly game planning during different activities. You know, they could just be having normal conversation and then something could spark it, and then next thing you know, you see them throwing some shots at each other. It's pretty interesting to watch.
It's fight week, and you wanna pick up all the pieces on the same time and change, see if you have the conditioning and the control of yourself. And I succeed in that, and I feel good about it. I mean, my conditioning, I think, is very good, and I'm proud of it. And in the fight, that's how the fight's gonna go. Sometimes you're gonna go like 30 seconds, 1 minute, or 2 minutes. You're gonna keep pushing, and sometimes it's gonna slow down a little bit, and you're gonna see where you find your pace. And when you have to pick up the pace, you have to be able to do that. So that's why I did 30 seconds. And in night today, we did more, and we did more reps, and we keep pushing. And I feel good. I have a good conditioning, so I'm ready to go. Below 50, and this is really good for recovery. I went 50 in the hot one, and then I jumped in the cold one. And yeah, it feels good. In the beginning it was hurting, but now I'm over that pace, so go. It feels good. How did you say 5'6"? 56.
56.
And take what?
An English class. I go to school for English. So we can speak proper English.
We can take Spanish too.
When you go out and you knock somebody out in like 18 seconds, does it make you feel like, man, I wish I didn't put in that much work? Or do you feel like this is necessary in case it goes longer?
It's always necessary. You have to do all the rounds, even more than the rounds you have to do. So when you get in the octagon, if the fight takes longer or shorter, you have to be sharp, and you have to be in conditioning. You have to be able to take it where it goes. Even if the guy want to fly, you have to be able to fly. That's how I feel.
And are you ready for 5 rounds?
Oh, let's go. Always ready for 5 rounds.
All right, and let me get a prediction.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it can happen any second. If you make a mistake in the first 5 seconds of the fight, I put him down. If you want to take the fight to 5 rounds, let's go. I mean, I'm able to do that, so I'm not afraid.
All right, thanks, Big.
No problem. Anytime.
Thank you for checking out this episode of Fight Week. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you can be notified when episode 3 goes live. Don't forget to go to competitiveorigins.com, type in promo code MMA91 so you can get 10% off this Competitive Origins Just an Obstacle t-shirt. Thank you for tuning in today, guys. I'm BPC, and remember, you've been competing since conception, whether you're competing against yourself or others. Competitive Origins.